I invite you to join me to bless God for bringing us to this 32nd day of our 40 for fulfillment experience. We ended our prayer session last night praying to thank God after our prayerful meditation on chapter 42, when the family of Jacob makes their first visit to Egypt. All of them. The first of this family had been Joseph, who had been sold. Now all his sons have moved to Egypt, with the exception of Benjamin. In our prayer session last night, I brought your attention to the fact that it was Jacob, the old man, who had the gift of foresight, who knew that there was food in Egypt. So he sent his sons to go get food lest they die. Today, chapter 43, we read their second visit into Egypt. Remember, I repeat again, anytime there is a planned, proposed visit to Egypt and it is sanctioned by God, whoever embarks on this journey goes to Egypt and comes back safe. If not, there are always problems in going to Egypt. Reason why I told you that in the last couple of years and time past, I did this presentation on Don't Go to Egypt series, part 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chapter 43, the brothers, the family, have exhausted the food. But the food in Egypt hasn't been exhausted, because there is God's presence in Egypt because of one man, Joseph. The brothers decide to go there once again. Their father this time around feel reluctant. In yesterday's chapter 42, he was the one asking them to go. In the second visit, although there is no food, he's reluctant because he has lost two of his sons. He knows he has lost Joseph. He doesn't know what has happened to Simeon. But he's going to lose a third child when these brothers, his sons, are asking that they take with him Benjamin. Benjamin will finally depart based on the vows made by Judah, the son who is loved at this time by Jacob, besides Benjamin and Joseph. So if all these sons are leaving, including Benjamin, Jacob is going to be left alone. Left alone in the sense that his sons have moved out, but there is somebody with him. Focus on Jacob once again. Not only is he going to be alone, but in granting permission for them to take Benjamin, he comes out with an idea that brings our mind to what happened when he was about to meet his brother Esau. On his return from the uncle Laban's house, when he knew that he had to go and meet his brother Esau, he prepared gifts to go and meet Esau. Today, in the same way, before they embark on the journey into Egypt, Jacob admonishes his sons to prepare some gift for that ruler unknown to him as his son Jacob, his son Joseph. He says to them, if it must be so, then take some choice products of our land in your bags as a gift for the man. some balsam, a little honey, spices, myrrh, pistachio nuts, and almonds. Take double the money with you, and you repay what was put back into your sacks. It might have been a mistake. So that is Jacob in chapter 43 for you. He's been left alone because his sons are moving. But this is the Jacob that steps in to bring gifts once again to that man in order to get favors. They come to Egypt. Surprisingly, in the second journey, they receive a warm welcome. This time around, they are offered a deserving or a courtesy that was given to visitors in the Middle East, in the ancient Near East. They are given water to wash their feet, and their animals will be fed. In the first visit, they did not have this courtesy given them. We come to the image of Joseph. What does Joseph do? What role is he playing? He makes sure his brothers are given this courtesy. He brings Simeon out of the dungeon, out of the prison, gives a dinner for these brothers. The first time they'll be eating this type of meal in this type of environment. Then one great thing he does to see whether his brothers had changed the hatred they had for him, he tried to see if they still had this hatred for Benjamin because they were from the same mother. So what does Joseph do? In the meal together, towards the end, we are told, he gave 5 times to Benjamin. This action of Joseph was to see whether they were going to manifest jealousy or hatred for Benjamin. But of course, the author does not tell us whether they were jealous or envious. This is the rescue mission. You might have believed or thought that the rescue mission was these sons going to bring back Simeon. But indeed, the rescue mission is Joseph. For the second time, he sustains his family's life. He gives them food. He gives his brothers the courtesy given to strangers. He releases Simeon from prison. He sets them to see whether they have changed, they have been healed of their jealousies and hatred for the mother's children. Friends, we prayed last night that God sustains us as the ones to carry on, to transmit life, hope, peace, prosperity in our families. I pray that as you open up yourself to this challenge, this invitation, you will indeed once again be the one to complete this rescue mission in your family. The peace of the Lord be with you. Amen.